Oke, welcome back. Kita lanjut lagi setelah sekian lama. Nggak bisa lewat sini. Kita mau bicara sama Otto lagi ya. Ntar. Setelah bertarung melawan Bahamut, Oke.
How fares the realm? The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fact storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Good news. Good news apa yang dimaksud?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
Nah itu.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I'll leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Oke. Kita sekarang ke Vivian lagi ya. Speak with Harpocrate. Vivian dulu lah. Dekat.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for
Itu tinggi banget bahasanya anjir.
No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Ya. Serak-seraknya itu loh.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
Yes, I believe.
But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Oke.
Beneath these dark
Tinggal
skies,
satu kerajaan lagi ya.
fear and confusion
Punyanya
reign
Barnabas
over
yang di kanan
vast
atas
land.
itu.
Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it.
Negeri jadi kering gini.
Hashik in droves, and amidst the hordes of mindless beasts,
Pak iya pengaruh kristal.
magics is like to fail as function. Even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted
Waloed.
off storm.
Tinggal ini nih welut.
In short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Wulu deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Coba bentar ya. Kita pakai itu. Ini belum di-upgrade nih. Amat nih kekuatannya. Ini aja kali ya. Biar strong. Dih. Oke, kita speak with Harpocrates. Sejarawan nih Harpocrates ini. Nggak ada yang jawab.
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited power.
Ultima, apakah kita akan tarung sama Ultima ini? Belum sih kayaknya. Mau ngelawan Barnabas dulu nih.
There's nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive.
Karena nggak ada yang perlu dimaafin. Oke. Ceramah terus gamenya. Mana lagi nih? Speak with Otto. Yang tai bolak-balik. Ini Otto kenapa nggak pernah kesini ya? Otto lagi, habis Otto kesini lagi. Itu aja terus muter-muter.
We have a problem.
Oke, kita ada masalah katanya.
That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3.
Iya, ada 3 masalah.
Many owls arrived while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't
Okay.
forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains.
It fucking pours.
Jadi kita 3 ada masalah ya.
Breakers are spread thin.
Yang mana dulu mau diselesaikan nih?
In the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who can.
Who?
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Oke. Apa kita harus memilih misi dulu kah? Oh. Oke. Dan kita harus memilih dulu, cuy. 1 2 3. Kita kesini dulu ya, mungkin ke Dalmil Inn dulu ya. Oke. Dalmil Inn. Berarti kita ngurusin ini dulu nih. Juri pencuri itu. Oh, di sini cuy, dekat. Lubur.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Bentar.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Oke.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me?
Tadi suruh ngapain nih?
Did you say?
As if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem.
Ini panjang nih kayaknya nih.
It won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the desert hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you
Yang
fail.
omong si Lubor
Just
ini.
across the courtyard.
Oke, kita mau ngomong ke orang itu ya.
Shouting.
Ada pertengkaran di sini.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandit's ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Oh, satunya mau koinnya buat nyewaan mercenary ya, tentara bayaran. Yang perempuan ini koinnya mau dipakai beli makanan katanya. Jadi sumber masalahnya di situ. Sepertinya ada bandit datang terus di sini. Ya, kita tanya Victor.
Sid and Lady Jill. What brings you here?
What brings you here?
To ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. or an entire city for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Oke. Speak with Victor, sekarang speak with Luber lagi. Bolak-balik, bolak-balik, bolak-balik.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
Bantai aja lah banditnya cuy. Banyak
What would
bacot.
Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option. And that
Apa lagi?
to pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
And all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Oke. Itu rencana dulu nih.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Ini karena wajahnya si Clive katanya nggak ada yang kenalin nih.
Is yes.
Oke. Kok jadi dua lagi nih? Kesana dulu atau kesini dulu? Agak jauhan kesana, kesini aja dulu. Dekat di sini.
Picture it, Conrad. Here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane?
Ini namanya
Commander
Jane.
of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Kok ada acara tipu-tipu gini?
That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the
Yes.
crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying
Comrade.
the finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not.
Duh, nggak mau dia.
Show those bastards who they're dealing with.
Iya deh, gagal dong.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Oh,
Conrad's
Bagus.
not what you call the brightest
Kirain gagal.
battle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
oke satu lagi. Aduh, misi tai banget.
What a shop.
I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious
Banyak
legal
bacot.
merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are.
Regrettably,
I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance. I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return, which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Okay.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Oke. Kok ngurusin gini-ginian kita, cuy.
Not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid.
Oke.
Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak.
Oke, kita nyari banditnya.
Of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
Cepatlah.
I have a favor
Bacot.
to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert,
Oke.
in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together.
Oke, kita ke desert ya. Mau ngelawan bandit nih. Sisanya mereka nih. Tanya mau ngebersihin. Oke.
To put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
Ih, bacot terus, Cok. Ayolah.
And we will do the same.
Oke, mereka yang ke south lawan bandit sama geng-gengnya. Kita ke desert. Protect the north gate from bandit.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours.
Di bahasanya kok nggak mempan dong.
They mean to overwhelm us.
Nggak mati anjir. Kok nggak mati sih The Sultan ya? Gila, kuat juga dia coy. Harus dikasih kena Titan dulu baru mati. Oke. Aduh. Kuat.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
Ya, kita ke sana ya.
That we should hurry.
Kita cek, nggak ada pertarungan katanya. Didengar. Oh, sepertinya nggak ada masalah. Ih, males banget ngeliat kayak gini.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Alamil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Oke.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act. I'll take that as a compliment.
Oke, beres yang ini. 2 lagi ya. Dua lagi. Martha Stress. Oke.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said he'd been attacked by Akashic. What
Akashic.
happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill.
Mereka ada ratusan
Only a
katanya.
handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I
Okay.
thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest.
Fallen Gate ya.
Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Oke.
Do you think there were as many as Martha says?
More.
Lebih katanya. Oke.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Nyawa kita tinggal segitu.
That's better. I needed that.
Udah kalah aja.
Clive, wounded.
Wounded. Wududududu.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Serigala monster dong. Oh, jadi lemah gini kayaknya. Gak gini nggak dapat kita cuy. Mereka kuat soalnya. Oke, Akashic dulu. Itu Akashic jenis-jenis monster gitu ya? Sepertinya belum usai. Belum ada bosnya di sini.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
Apalagi? Dengerin bacot-bacotnya dulu.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Di
Wadesman.
Guardian of the Flame.
But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he?
Akashic.
Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
Oke.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell, the Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble!
Ada masalah lagi.
Party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Oke. Menuju ke sana ya. Pakai lift berarti. Kita beli ini dulu, beli dulu.
Oh, do.
Jadi turun. Dih, pedangnya jelek-jelek.
There you go. Thanks very much. Much obliged. Thanks very much. There you go.
Aja ya. Tanya sih kayaknya ya.
Take care out there, eh?
Mad dogs.
Mad dogs. Sepertinya ada pertarungan lagi nih.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Oke, mereka berapa banyak sih sebenarnya?
Behind you.
Duh, monsternya, Cok. Ini mah susah ini.
We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try.
Kurang anjir.
Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty. Now, Torgal!
Kena tuh bulul. Kena lagi. Ya kalau Cok. Aduh, gebuk anjir. Targo. Dikerjain dia. Mati cuy. Kura-kura biadab. Start Fang. Ada lagi kah?
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
Okay.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The look out
Apalagi?
saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Aduh, masih ada lagi.
Finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Gila,
Don't worry
gila.
about them.
Ke Ispul kita nih.
If my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Ispul dong, Ispul. Tadi ada pakai ini nggak sih? Udah pakai nyawa belum? Kayaknya sih belum cuy. Cukup lah. Itu aja lah. Kita cek aja, siapa tahu kan. Mad Dogs. Coba kita lihat ya.
Anything catch your eye?
Ih, habis anjir. Kirain
Is
sih.
that everything?
Elixir bukan. Oh, sudah ya tadi ya.
I wanted one of those.
Salah sih.
Is that everything? I wanted one of those.
Astaga anjir. Aduh. Lol tolol.
Thanks very much. There you go. Much obliged. Thanks very much.
Kok malah di sel? Tolol.
Very well.
Oke. Nggak lihat tadi. Kita ke lewat mana ini? Lewat sini kah? Ispul. Gak tahu jalannya lewat mana Ispul ini. Oh, ke jembatan situ. Tua sini berarti. Ini perasaan sudah di sini sih. Ya sayang banget nyawanya nggak full. Ah, kroco-kroco gini lagi nih sama kelelawar.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Tapi banyak cuk. Sama aja loh. Elang dong tolol. Burung bondol ini, burung bondol. Bukan elang ya. Apa yang terjadi?
Something's coming.
Something is coming. Apaan?
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we?
Kok dipotong tiba-tiba? Akasik. Ini namanya akasik deh. Habisin dulu nih anggotanya. Kena stagger dia. Hajar bro. Mampus. Ada lagi kah? Satu lagi.
Do you see any more?
I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Loh,
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
akan datang lagi anjir. Ya elah, kirain udah habis.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
Oh, udah
It was
selesai.
a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Apa sih? Oke, satu quest lagi. Flame of War ya. Sekarang kita quest berikutnya lagi nih.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Oke, ada seseorang yang mau ditemuin nih katanya.
Over here.
Nah, apa dengan Oscar?
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch.
I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade.
Apaan? Dia mau ngomong apa ya?
If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name.
Okay.
You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
Okay.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Oke. Kita lanjut satu lagi ya. Satu lagi. Ini agak jauh nih. North Ridge.
First we find Isabel.
Nah, cari Isabel dulu.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far
Loh, Isabel ada di bawah. Jadi kita harus masuk ke sini ya. Isabella adalah Isabel.
I can't do it.
Okay.
My
lord, a lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a kashik, but
Oh,
different.
monster juga cuy.
Taken so many. I've lost count.
Seperti akasik.
But different.
Mata biru.
Ultima's thralls.
Di Ultima dong.
And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Oke, well we fight. Kita mau ngurusin permonsteran dulu nih. Kita di bawah juga.
Arrived from the capital this morning.
The two soldiers were carrying.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to.
Hey?
Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ngurusin permonsteran dulu nih.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Oke, talk to survivor dulu anjir, kirain langsung nyerang. Gimana monsternya? Apa yang terjadi? Paling gitu-gitu aja nih.
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
Tuh kan gitu dong, Cok. Gak penting-penting banget sih nanya.
It's all right. Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now.
Oke.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Langsung saja, cu. Babu. Babi bubu. Tikam. Gaya sih.
It was all they could do to escape.
Ya, nyawa kita dong. Di daerah sini ya. Gak jauh juga. Gil, kita butuh nyawa. Gil. Kok langsung warna biru gini ya?
Clive, look.
I see them. With me.
Ini anak buahnya ini nih. Anak buahnya si
Should I prime?
Save your strength. Farewell.
ini harus dihancurin nih. Titan dong. Wah, ada yang pelindungnya berarti. Ini pelindungnya. Kena stagger. Si Torgal udah berubah juga rupanya. Gak jadi dia. Mau Henshim. Hampir cuy. Oke. Beres.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Oke.
Then we should let Isabel know.
Isabel. Kita kembali ke Isabel ya. Kita habis ini balik ke Otto nih kayaknya.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts, for now at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. Whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Oke. Akhirnya komplit. Kita balik sepertinya ke Hideaway ya.
Our friends seem to have things under control.
Tuh, speak with Otto. Kita balik lagi ke sini sepertinya. Kita belum ke sini cuy. Tuh masih ada satu di sini. Belum terjamah di sini kerjaan yang ini. Oke. Kita balik ke Hideaway. Speak with Otto.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Ya bentar, ada yang bisa di-upgrade nggak nih? Dapat 800. Lumayan ya. Kita upgrade apa dulu nih? Satu lagi sebenarnya ini cuy. Yang ramuh ini belum ada upgradean. Selama ini belum ada. Mahal banget yang ini ya. Masih ada 2 ikon lagi nih cuy. Sini, di sini. Yalah. Upgrade dikit-dikit aja dulu.
When you turn up, hellos from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose.
Luck, I suppose.
Word on the rest of the realm.
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he
Olivier
sought to slay
dong.
the fiend.
Ultima's puppet. Yang bocah itu.
Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts.
Okay.
18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, it was not death who came for me, but another.
Oh, waktu masih kecil itu ya?
In my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs.
Oh.
He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
Dia menginginkan Clive ya, Ultima ini.
Why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
Mungkin dia akan jadi
That is one of many answers
Ifrit super.
eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements.
Oke, ini api, ini air.
Clive.
You are different. You're special.
Oke.
Abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit, but they do not end there.
Karena si Clive ini bisa nyerap kekuatan ya.
Can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
Batas, cuy.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible.
Okay.
His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept.
Oh, badannya, pikirannya Ultima ini nggak bisa sinkron sama badannya Clive ya. Makanya nggak bisa diambil waktu masih muda. Oke.
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Ini gara-gara nyerap Ultima nih dia gini. Tak darah terus cuy.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Oke. Banyak masalah cuy. Sekarang ada Akashic lagi datang nyerang. Joshua-nya lagi sekarat.
What's the short of it? Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities.
Monstrosities.
The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
Okay.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
Okay.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
Joshua-nya ikut juga.
I told him the exact same thing.
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Wih, songong banget si Clem.
I'll look after him.
Ya, whatever. Oke, kita travel to Gosek Echo. Oke, kita ke map dulu. Kita ke mana nih? Tempat baru ya. Dekat juga sih dari highway. Khusus Echo. Oh, tempatnya gersang banget sini. Central Dalmatia. Loh, mana sih Joshua? Cloak and Dagger.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Oke. Dih, apa nih? Kok ada pasir jatuh tapi nggak ada tempat jatuhnya ya?
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The echoes have a will of their own.
Apa itu? Gak tahu bro. Lihat saja sini. Ternyata para monster rupanya di situ. Kalau tarung lama lagi. Map for Tabor. Di jauh anjir. Berapa 1000 yard lebih nih.
Much like Clive, but with better.
Ada monster lagi depan. Mau makan bangke ini sepertinya. Teng 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 teng. Monsternya di sana, nih manusia santai aja di sini. Ini bisa dibeli ya?
I do. Where are you off to now then? Bound for the free cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons.
Ih, banyak bacot tai.
Be told, we could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. Then the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try camping.
Bacot.
No, my luck. The old place be crawling with the works before I'd even sight me store.
Wah, ada penjual bacot terus. Jalan kaki aja lah. Game Jepang, bacot terus.
They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Ini urusannya menyerang juga nih bisa. Jauh soalnya tadi. Aduh.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Tabor. Wah, ada kota di dalam ini sih. Gurun.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Oke, kita masuk. Nggak ada orang.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix,
Ini sudah jadi penjagaannya dari turun temurun ya.
Delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar.
Einherjar.
Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua.
Siapa lagi
The
tuh?
Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tham.
Barnabas Tham. Barnabas lagi. Sementara itu, di Agora, the free city South Canvar.
Are we truly safe here in the Agora? The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Di, apa nih? Serang kah? Barnabas. Oh, Barnabas dong kata.
Members of the council.
Harvard.
You must forgive His Majesty this
intrusion. What is the meaning of this?
What is the meaning of this? Jelas-jelas ditikam, gimana sih?
But I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic.
From Akashic.
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
Awas mati cuy.
Of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Walud. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
Duh. Mati semua dong.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation.
Anjir, biar di meja-meja juga tertibas.
The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris.
Okay.
A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Yes, Your Majesty, yes.
Come, Mythos.
Duh, si Clive itu ya dicari ya.
Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Ngeri Barnabas. Iblis dia.
So then, how long has Walud been under Ultima's control?
Oh, Walud sudah di bawah Ultima ya.
Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years.
Udah lama Ultima. Masih belut.
What does Ultima want?
Si nanya-nanya kayak orang bego aja ini. Oke.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. The figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken.
Oh.
The icons, and by extension their dominance,
Ultima ini seperti Tuhan.
subjects. And while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yose.
Let's find our friends.
Oke. Kita sekarang bertiga nih. Kenapa Yote nggak diajak aja ya?
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
Make
And I her.
for the free city
Why
out
I have to let
Canvar.
her go.
Oke. Oke. Bentar. Kita lanjut lagi, cuy. Siapa lagi nih bertudung ini?
Cyril.
Cyril.
How's the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Oh, banyak banget dikenal orang-orang.
Ah, yes. Yote is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril
nggak ada kipernya ini ya?
overseeing the investigation into
Ifrit.
Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
Okay.
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you.
Aneh banget nih Cyril.
Pray accept this token.
Okay, Sepenic down from Cyril.
For as
Okay.
long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
It's a Canva then.
We'll talk about this later.
Lama banget dong.
You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Orang-orang aneh.
The free cities and the sea.
Let us be rid of them.
Kejar aja kalau mau. Males sih bertarung. Lama. Dia ngejar kah? Ya udah kejar aja terus.
Clive, smoke.
Is the city fallen?
Nggak tarung. Males. Kita sampai. Tanya dalam keadaan perang ini.
The free men are still holding their own then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse.
Kita mau cari Gav dulu.
To meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Oke. Kita cari jalan lain berarti ya. Teng. Oh, oke. The Free City of Hampir. Nih masih panjang berarti ya menuju ke kotanya Barnabas. Old Hampir. Mana Gav?
Sounds like thunder.
Kodenya dong. Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
Sounds like thunder.
Good to see you.
Pamannya ada di sini juga.
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol.
Okay.
Everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
Lebay banget. Lah.
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you.
Uncle Byron.
I never thought I'd see the day.
Okay.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Ultimas. Tuh.
Perhaps.
Maunya Ultima gimana sih?
The people.
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the merchants' district to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties.
Oke, kita split jadi dua grup ya.
The merchants district, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast.
Oke.
Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
Oke, dia persiapin kapalnya ya. Kalau misalnya ada ini. Masyarakat mau diselamatin nih.
Think I can manage that.
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe.
Lord Red. Dipanggil Byron, kampret banget memang Mit.
Shall we then?
Kita kan sama Torgal terus dong.
Both of you.
You too.
Ada syaratnya bertarung kayaknya coy. Terus dari tadi cot.
Alright, Torgal. Let's find those survivors.
Kanan kiri nih bro. Kanan lah. Kita cari survival dulu.
They don't stand a chance against those things.
Mati. Baru mau diselamatin mati. Tulul. Akashik. Mampus, lu nyawa kita cuy. Aduh, nggak ada keren-kerennya nih nyawa. Nyawa lah. Dikit banget potionnya. Run, Torgal! Ya, alright. Akasiknya dulu diserang ini. Tuh ada pelindungnya, jadi 2 kali kerja kita cuy. Akasiknya di mana sih? Oh, di sini dia. Monster here. I don't know. I don't care. Bentar. Nyari nyawa dulu, bos. Poison lah, please. Aduh. Emang kampret. Mana suka pakai yang flame. Kita mau ngelawan siapa nih? This position. Start punk. Level doang tinggi. Nah dia dong. Nak stagger anjir. Gak kena. Stop makhluknya. Edan. Paling keren banget jurusnya si Titan anjir. Gak ada obat dong dia. Vision lagi full lagi nyawa kita. Yuk kita lihat berapa poison. Oh, masih full. Iya. Ini mau ada arena battle ini. Nggak mungkin kita ngelawan Kroco terus. Oh kan. Tapi kena juga kita sih. Suka banget kena staggernya anjir. Hilang nggak tuh?
There may still be survivors inside.
Bagaimana mereka mau selamat, cuy? Stone Sonic kita tinggal sedikit. Blair Brit. Duh, arena nih, arena battle bang. Oh,
What the hell is going on here? Where is your master? What does he want?
where's your master?
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
Mutas.
You again.
Bantai aja yang
I
ini.
believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt, and now you're here with an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield. They are men, like you and me. Albeit one's unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness.
Kok bacot Anda?
They are pure. They are divine.
Divine. Chop, chop, chop.
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence.
Kayaknya kita akan dapat kekuatan dari sini juga ya, Harbor. Ini jadi apa sih?
The vessel
Behemoth kah?
shall not be spoiled.
Bahamut lagi. Apa sih nama monsternya ya?
I am Sleipnir of House Harvard.
Sleipnir dong.
And you will yield. Or not.
As long as you don't hold back.
Keras, keras, keras. Ajarlah Turgol.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos. Yes! Yes!
Actually, I wouldn't. Come on.
Sleipnir-nya aja ini. Ini kok nggak jadi ini dominan ya? Ini nggak apa-apa nih Sleipnir, kampret.
The vessel is strong.
Loh.
My liege.
Kok nggak jadi? Harusnya ada dominan di sini, Ci. Apa dia memang bukan dominan kah?
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Udah mati semua.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late.
Aduh. Kenapa deh?
Nothing. I hope.
Duh, bilang anjir. Tuh, dia mau bangkit itu. Dih, fotonya di slice gitu aja. Anjir.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
Barnabas dong.
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud. Get back.
Clive kalah nih anjir. Soto sih. Aduh. Yang kita sudah habis. Tuh kan.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
Tertenggorokan anjir.
Mythos is everything.
Oke.
The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must
Udah kenal cancer zaman dulu anjir.
Try it.
Hei, kampret kuat banget. Gampang banget kalahnya.
You are as weak as all the rest.
Joshua!
Aduh, bahaya nih Jill. Bisa mati dia.
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Di mati kah? Kampret. Wah, ini buatannya Mid nih kapalnya. Sucks a waste.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. but he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Apa sih tuh? Nah, every sinew.
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing.
Dia nggak ada yang nanyain Jill mana sih?
You've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You lot mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Oh, ini anaknya Sid.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them. Along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. Behind here, I wouldn't sail without him.
Jill mana? Gak ada yang nanya Jill.
Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
Icon.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Kapalnya belum bisa ya?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose you might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
You're mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Itu terus diulang-ulang. Oke. Kita return ke highway ya. Balik ke highway dengan kekalahan. A Song of Hope.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Oke guys, itu dia. Untuk part berapa udah nggak ingat. You must save admin with the Eclipse Chamber. Oke. Kita lanjut lagi. See you next video.